Welcome to my channel, Gadgets for Gentlemen. Today I'm going to review the iPad mini 2 in 2019. I have it here in this lovely sleeve by a Dutch company called Decoded. I will place a link to this product in the description. I also offer you a discount code to get 20% off. And this sleeve is made from leather. It's very thin and light and very stylish. And yeah, it has a great fit with the iPad mini 2. This is designed for the series 4 and 5, but it still works with the series 2. So yeah, do check out this wonderful sleeve. So basically what I want to do in this video is try to answer the question whether the iPad mini 2 is still valuable in 2019. And the short answer is yes. I think this tablet by Apple, which looks absolutely amazing and has this wonderful build materials, I think it's still very valuable in 2019 for people that have the patience to wait for this device, wait for menus to load, for websites to open. Why do I say this? I think the iPad mini 2 has become quite slow working on the latest software. So here we go. I have been using this iPad for quite some years. It's running on the software version 12.4, and this is the model number ME277FD-A. It has a storage of 32 gigabytes. This is the space gray version, and I use about 23 gigabytes. So definitely, if you have high demands for the iPad, you should go for a version with a higher amount of capacity of storage, because with the operating system and some of the apps, you really take in a lot of space. And I use Google Photos mostly for my photos. So I don't even have a lot of things on this device. So I use it for Netflix, as you can see here. And as you can see here, when I go through these menus, everything still works fine, but you can see everything lags a little bit. And that's for me the reason to sell this device. And upgrade to one of the later editions. Probably I'm going for the edition 4. But the device itself, it has been amazing. Battery life after the years of using is still really amazing. Let me just open a web page to give you some impressions. Let me go for apple.com, and you can see when I'm typing also there's just some lag. It takes a good amount of seconds to load these pages. And for me, it's not like smooth enough, but everything still works fine. And the great thing is with this device, you can find it secondhand for very little money. And considering that the new iPads are still quite expensive. Here, let me have a look at the iPad mini. Retails for, I think, about $500. I think with the earlier edition, the iPad mini 2, you can't go wrong. If you are patient enough to wait a little bit for these menus. Yeah, as I told you before, I would like to upgrade to a later edition. See, the iPad mini is starting at $400, and I think you can buy yourself an iPad mini 2 for, yeah, I think about $150 or even less, if you can find yourself a good deal. So for that amount of money, it's like, yeah, I think it's a good value proposition. Everything still works really excellent. Let me give you another example. just loading the apps is just quite slow. Really quite slow. For example, let me just dive into some places. Let me go to you can see like everything works well. It's just a little bit slow. I think on my iPhone it's much faster. So you see that, you know, it's just running on the latest edition, and I think it's really amazing. So another advantage of upgrading has to do with the home button. So this iPad mini 2, every time you need to press in your passcode if you want to work with a passcode. And with the newer editions you can go for fingerprint, and I think that will save a lot of time. So I use the iPad mostly for watching YouTube videos and for reading my newspaper. And see, it's like amazing quality still, and the screen really pops. I just think it's like a little bit too slow. Yeah. And with the newer iPad you have the option for True Tone, which I think would be more friendly for your eyes to read articles, especially, you know, if you're like spending a long time. Now let's give a quick demonstration of YouTube. Here I'm going over my videos. Let me see. Let me open up this video.
And I will get back in touch.
And as you see, it loads quite well.
Very nice walk.
And with the full screen it just looks amazing.
It's raining a lot.
So yeah, that's me.
Quite sunny. So please enjoy these clips.
I think the build materials of this device are amazing. The hardware might be a bit outdated, but still everything works fine. You know, we can charge it with the lightning cable. We have nice speakers, beautiful color, this space gray, volume buttons, lock button, camera. I think very low pixels, but then again, I don't really make photos with my iPad. The only thing is this camera on the front could be useful for video calling, but I usually video call with my iPhone. So then again, I don't really care about the resolution here. As I told you, one of the main reasons for me for upgrading to a later device has to do with the home button. I would like to have a fingerprint scanner, just like my iPhone here, the 6S Plus. It's just way quicker than every time typing in your passcodes. So yeah, I should have paid attention when I bought this device, because I think the Series 3 was available back then. It was slightly more expensive and probably should have gone for the Series 3, but I don't regret it. I bought this one brand new and it still looks almost as new. So I will probably sell this device because I want to have a slightly more up-to-date version of the iPad mini. I really like the size of the mini because it's very light and it's small enough to take it in a sleeve with you anywhere you go. And it's big enough to read like full-size newspaper articles and books. I think for that it's like better than my 6S Plus, which is a tiny bit too small for newspaper articles. In my opinion, I prefer the iPad because I don't need to swipe or scroll down all the time. I mean, it has like a good amount of screen. Not as big as the iPad Air, of course, but still, for me, this is like, I really like this category of tablets that Apple makes, the iPad mini. I think it's a wonderful product. I'm looking to buy something a little bit faster, more powerful, and some new features in terms of the home button, a larger capacity, and a new screen type, allowing for the True Tone. So all in all, I think a great device. If you want to buy an affordable iPad mini, then I think the Series 2 is a good product. If you don't spend more than, I would say, $200, I think, yeah, go for it. And you might even be able, especially if you live in the USA, to pick it up for only like $100. And I think it's a wonderful thing. That's it. I think a wonderful product. And I'll put it back in my sleeve. Beautiful sleeve by Decoded. I think it's a charming couple. If you have any questions about the iPad mini 2, please leave your comments or questions down below. I will answer it, or any of the other subscribers or viewers. And please have a look at my website, Instagram page, and at my YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you haven't. Like my video. And I look forward to having you here on this channel again real soon. Many more reviews to come. So please stay tuned. Yeah, and maybe I'm going to unbox the iPad mini Series 4 or 5 real soon. Because if I sell this one and I save up a little bit, I probably will pull the trigger on the latest edition iPad mini. So have a wonderful day and see you soon.